left channel, right channel, center.
VTuber 一問一答自己紹介
Yeah, and the tape's
それじゃあ
rolling.
行くよせーのお名前は
Katt Phloxworthy.
呼び方は
Just Cat is fine.
あなたは何系 VTuber?
Nerdy cat girl who features spaceflight.
誕生日は
May 4th.
年齢は
Older than Pneumatic.
性別は
Transgender
身
female.
長は
4'11".
出身は
Sacramento County.
チャームポイントは
Dialogue hair clip.
突然ですがモノマネどうぞ
Yeah, what's up, Dad?
活動場所は
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube.
はじめの挨拶
Thank you for joining me.
終わりの挨拶
Bye.
推しマークは
Not at present.
配信タグは
Catlight feed.
ファンアートは
Cat pics.
ファンネームは
Cat's apprentices.
好きな色は
Iris Indigo.
好きなことは
Vintage computers and
得
video.
意なことは
Technology.
ここで一言愛の告白好
I love you.
きな食べ物は
Ethnic foods.
好きな飲み物は
Craft soda.
好きな漫画は
Pizza 10.
好きなアニメは
Planet.
好きなゲームは
Left 4 Dead 2.
好きな音楽は
Classic rock.
苦手なことは
Human stupidity.
尊敬するのは
Spacefaring people.
叶えたい夢は
ISS crew
最後にみんな
interview.
に一言どう
Thanks
ぞ
so much for your support and a final status check.
Go Atlas. Go Centaur.
Go Katt Phlox.
You have permission to launch.
3, 2, 1. RD-180 ignition. Booster ignition and liftoff of Atlas V and Centaur. Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me after a bit of a slight hiatus. Hi everybody, Katt Phloxworthy here. As I've been telling you guys on my Twitter, I've been in the process of moving over the last couple of weeks or so. Unfortunately, I have not been able to do anything in terms of streaming. So, well, here I am, finally back to streaming. This is just to make sure that everything is working because one of the things I was trying to actively avoid was building up a Cat 5 cable that stretched around this house on the outside and plugging into the cable box that's on the other side of the house. And apparently it seems to be working fine, in theory, at least on the link side. But since this is a USB adapter, at one point what happened is that according to Vios, it said that the host adapter, the host controller died, and then and then basically said, and then ESXi said, oh, by the way, it's in a different port. Well, which is partly true because guess what? I actually removed it and placed it into another port in its production mode, and then one of the things I decided to do was go reboot ESXi to make sure that it's, I mean, not ESXi, just Vios. In other words, just the virtual machine. So everything seems to be working, at least in theory. In practice, though, that's what these streams are for, is to make sure that everything is working in practice. So one of the things I want to do is a little bit later tonight, there's going to be a Rocket Lab's going to be launching an Electron. Apparently, they're going to actually recover the booster. I'm not sure if they're going to actually recover it in real time, but but basically, it's going to be parachuting into the ocean. Or I don't know if they're going to pick it up with a helicopter. The first time they did it, apparently picking up stuff with a helicopter can be potentially dangerous, because I don't know the exact particular thing with the particulars of it, but apparently it has to do with doing with an aircraft as opposed to a helicopter. Helicopters tend to be a bit more stable, apparently, or I forget the exact things are, but in any event, that's what they're doing tonight. That's what they're doing tonight, at least here, tonight time here in California. But they're actually in New Zealand, clear across the globe. And if anybody is out there, how's everything looking? And also, I also have all three chats on the screen. Two of them in one screen, the one that says tail var chat simulchat, and the other one which is is only Twitch chat, which is var chat Twitch. And I hope everything is looking good here. Everything seems to be okay, at least that I've been able to see. The stream health looks very good at this point in time. I've been watching it, and it's been pretty solid this time after I rebooted the VM, and making sure, because I think what happened is that I plugged it into the front, moved it to the back. I don't know if I rebooted the machine in the meantime, but basically I reinserted it, and then VIOS said, "Oh dear, the host controller went out from under it," so it dropped the adapter. I went in and connected to the machine and looked at it and said, "Oh my goodness, it's not seeing the interface is not there when I go to do show interfaces." And yeah, without that connection, I have no internet. And speaking of internet, I was supposed to have my AT&T connection reconnected, but apparently, given the way this area is provisioned, everything is underground, and there is what is called a pedestal, which is where basically trunk lines come in from the central office and meet up with all the various last mile connections that go to the various houses around the area. And apparently the pedestal is in someone's backyard, and the person who lives in that place where the pedestal is isn't there, because apparently the lines going from the drop to from the pedestal elsewhere is not exactly looking the greatest, so they have to use two different new, at least one, perhaps both two different new pairs, and that way everything will be back online. And one of the things that an AT&T representative did when they were here was see if we could do what is called AT&T Air, which is similar to offerings that Verizon Wireless and T-Mobile offer, but in terms of home wireless internet, unfortunately, none of those three are actually servicing this area just yet. And apparently, they need to have very specific cell sites for that. So, it ain't happening just yet. But once it does happen, I am definitely looking at that as an alternative for a backup connection. I was going to relegate this one to backup anyway, because I don't know if I believe I may have tweeted about it. When I moved here, I was going to see my downstream go down by about a third and my upstream go down by a quarter. So in other words, when I was at the old place, I was getting 75 megabits down and 20 megabits up. It would be 25 megabits down and 5 megabits up. It would have been unusable for streaming. So when I connected with wireless, did some initial speed testing from my desktop. I connected the adapter directly to my desktop and ran some speed tests, and it said I was looking at 80 megabits upstream. So that can actually